There is a place where the Atlantic Ocean meets bright green hills in the most beautiful meeting of water and land in Europe, where old castles stand on cliffs above waves that have crashed for thousands of years, where every turn of a country road shows stone walls older than most countries, dividing fields so green they look painted. This is Ireland, an island covered in 40 shades of green that change with every cloud. Here, small villages sit in valleys where fog rises from thousand-year-old dark soil, where wild coastlines stretch for hundreds of miles, cut by ocean storms into deep bays and tall cliffs that amaze visitors. But Ireland offers more than pretty pictures. In this land, where Irish music comes from every pub and storytelling is still alive, you find communities so real, so deeply connected, that visitors often turn one-week trips into lifetime homes. Yet this old island faces new problems. As young people leave for big cities, the culture that makes Ireland special might disappear. This is about finding the heart of Ireland, the landscapes, traditions, and way of life that make this island different from anywhere else. The rhythm of seasons and weather. Watch rain clouds move across Ireland's endless green fields like soft grey blankets. The land spreads everywhere, a pattern of bright green squares divided by stone walls that go on forever. Rain starts in County Kerry, moving across hills in sheets you can see. Below, farmers do not run inside. They slow down, pull up hoods, keep working. This soft rain makes the amazing green that covers every bit of land. Morning fog rises from valleys where streams run between old walls. The green here is so bright it shines. This wet land grows the world's best grass, feeding cows whose milk becomes Ireland's famous butter and cheese. When sunlight breaks through clouds, everything glows. People stop work, step outside, call neighbors. Weather decides when life happens in Ireland. But weather alone does not make Irish culture. Community does. Community. Across Ireland's small villages, 5 million people live like one big family. Walk down any country road, and the shopkeeper knows your name, your family, your usual order. The postman knows who is away, who had a baby, who needs help. In these tiny communities of under 500 people, you cannot hide, and nobody wants to. When trouble comes, illness, job loss, death, the whole village helps without being asked. They call this Mithil, an old tradition where neighbors work together to build barns or harvest crops. The local pub is not just for drinks. It is the community living room where news spreads and problems get solved. GAA sports clubs bring villages together every weekend. Everyone plays, watches, or helps. Being Irish means being known, not because you chose your neighbors, but because they are simply there. But community is more than knowing people. It comes from shared traditions practiced every day. Tradition. In Irish villages, tradition is not kept in museums. It is lived every day. Walk into any pub and hear Gaelic language spoken naturally, the same words used for 1,000 years. Traditional music sessions start without planning. A fiddle player sits down, others join in, and suddenly the whole room sings old Irish songs about love, loss, and home. These ancient melodies are not written down. Young people learn by sitting beside older musicians, listening, copying, feeling the rhythm. The tin whistle, bodhrán drum, and Irish pipes carry tunes that grandparents' played. This music happens for joy, not for show. But the strongest tradition is GAA sports, where every village competes with fierce pride. The GAA. Every Irish village has a GAA field where ancient sports happen every weekend. Gaelic football mixes rugby and soccer. Hurling is the world's fastest field sport, where players hit a hard ball with wooden sticks at 160 kilometers per hour. These games are not about money. Players never get paid. But watch a young person drive 4 hours from Dublin just to play for their home village on Saturday. They do this every weekend because wearing their village jersey means carrying everyone's hopes. GAA clubs are not just sports teams, they are the community itself. An 80-year-old grandfather still watches every match. A 4-year-old starts learning the game. The GAA connects Irish people to place through sport, but this connection to land goes much deeper. The landscape, across Ireland's green landscape, ancient stone walls stretch for thousands of miles, built by hand over centuries. These walls are more than farm boundaries. They are monuments to Irish people's connection to land. Walk the wild hills of Connemara and feel the springy grass underfoot. Smell the earthy peat bogs. Hear silence so deep it feels ancient. The West Coast cliffs tower 700 meters above crashing Atlantic waves. Irish people do not just live on this land, they are part of it. For centuries, they read weather in clouds, understood which hills are good for farming, which paths lead home. Home does not mean a house. It means a place, a landscape that shapes identity. But Ireland balances ancient traditions with modern innovation. The Celtic Tiger and beyond. In Dublin's modern towers, young Irish people code software for Google, Apple, and Facebook. These same workers drive home on weekends to play GAA matches in villages where their families farmed for centuries. Ireland built a technology boom called the Celtic Tiger without losing its soul. Cork and Galway became global tech hubs where traditional Irish music still fills pubs after work. Drive from a windswept sheep farm to Dublin's Silicon Valley in 3 hours, a journey spanning centuries of change. Young entrepreneurs speak Irish language fluently while building billion-euro companies. They kept both ancient traditions and cutting-edge innovation. But this balance is fragile. Economic opportunity concentrates in big cities, leaving rural villages struggling. The Great Challenge. Every Sunday evening, young Irish people drive from Dublin back to villages where they grew up. They came to the city for university and tech jobs, but return home every weekend to play GAA sports and visit family. This journey happens across Ireland, educated young people staying connected to home villages while building careers in Cork, Galway, and Dublin. But when they marry and have children, the weekend visits are not enough. They need full-time jobs where they can raise families. Rural villages lose their young people to cities because technology companies only hire in big towns. Village shops close, schools get smaller, communities get older. The cultural connections stay strong, but economic reality forces young people to choose between career and community. The family. Walk into any Irish home and the kettle is already on. Siad Mille Fáilte, 100,000 welcomes, is not a tourist slogan, but real hospitality. Irish families live close together, often on the same road for generations. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and dozens of cousins create a support network around every child. When trouble comes, illness, job loss, death, the whole family helps without being asked. Neighbors bring meals, cousins offer childcare. The community organizes fundraisers. No one faces crisis alone. Sunday family dinners bring everyone together around one table. This closeness is not burden, it is home. But family extends beyond houses to the local pub. The pub. Step into any Irish village pub and find the community's living room. Here, people celebrate christenings, share condolences after funerals, and analyze GAA matches with serious detail. The bartender knows everyone's name, family history, and personal problems. On quiet nights, old friends continue conversations that have lasted for years. On weekends, traditional music sessions start without planning. Musicians arrive with fiddles and drums, playing for hours just for joy. The pub is a democratic space where farmers, teachers, and artists sit together without pretension. Many people drink little or no alcohol. They come for company, music, and conversation. This is not performed community. This is real community. Strangers become lifelong friends over one conversation. But Irish culture's deeper foundation is not public, it is domestic. The hearth. Walk into any Irish kitchen and smell soda bread baking. A simple loaf made with just flour, salt, baking soda, and buttermilk. This bread has fed Irish families for centuries. Traditional Irish stew simmers slowly with lamb, potatoes, and carrots, comfort food that tastes like home. The Great Famine in the 1840s killed 1 million people when potatoes failed, leaving a deep scar in Irish memory. But what defines Irish food culture is tea. The kettle is always on. Every visit, every conversation, every crisis or celebration starts with, "Would you like a cup of tea?" This simple offer says, "You are welcome here." Fresh seafood from Atlantic waters reaches tables within hours of being caught. Sunday roast brings families together around one table. Irish food is not fancy. It is honest, made with love in family kitchens. Life in Ireland follows ancient rhythms, seasons, weather, community, and family. Not what makes headlines, but what makes humans thrive. Ireland proves you can have both tradition and modernity. Young people code software while playing village hurling. They speak Irish language while earning global salaries. Right now, grandmothers put kettles on for tea. Families gather for Sunday roast. Musicians play together in pubs for pure joy. These moments happen not for tourists, but as real life. Ireland shows what we all search for: being known, belonging, having roots. The question is, what can we learn from a place that chose to stay rooted? This was about living in Ireland, the daily rhythms that shape life on this island. You found a community-centered culture where you are known and cared for. You found traditions that are genuinely alive. You found a landscape that shapes identity, a balance between ancient and modern, individual and community, local and global. If this made you think differently about what a good life could look like, if it made you question whether faster is actually better, please like and subscribe. Share this with someone yearning for something more rooted and connected. What resonated most? The community rituals, family structures, the way people maintain connection to place? Tell us what you discovered about how people actually live in Ireland.